Welcome to Middle Class Matters. Today, 17th June 2023, Business News in English from Dr. CMA MV ALAGESAN. CAG report on derailment in Indian Railways, part number 10 continued. 4.3.2 Prioritization Principles. Pursuant to the Budget 2017-18 announcements, the Ministry of Railways requested February 2017 Niti Aayog to extend help in the task of identifying other critical areas and guiding principles for deployment of RRSK funds for bringing out perceptible improvement in safety scenario over Indian Railways. Accordingly, based on the recommendations, the guidelines for operating RRSK by the Ministry of Railways were issued July 2017 by the Ministry of Finance, wherein it was categorically stated that the said guidelines are to be followed mandatorily for implementation of the railway safety works out of the RRSK. The guidelines laid down the prioritization principles for funding of works from RRSK as given in Table 4.3.1. Table 4.3.1 Prioritization Principles for Funding of Works from RRSK. Priority 1. Civil Engineering Directorate has been identified as responsible for disproportionate contribution to accidents and deterioration or yard derailments and LC related accidents in particular have been identified to contribute to 90% of all the accidents. Keeping this in view, funding requirement of civil engineering works with bracket for minimizing derailments close the bracket and level crossing LC related work should be met with first charge on RRSK. Priority may be accorded to A, B, C, D and special routes in that order, with savings passed on to other unfunded works in priority 2 and 3. Priority 2. The second charge on RRSK shall be on those works or initiatives of electrical and mechanical engineering directorates which target minimizing or eliminating derailments via upgrading rolling stock maintenance infrastructure, technologies to monitor wheel profile cracks, broken parts, adapting coaches with improved safety features, LHB, ICF coaches with CBC, crew-friendly cabs, audio-video recording in cabs, etc. Priority 3. The balanced RRSK funds should be deployed on works or initiatives which target reducing chances of human errors in critical areas of operation, that is, improving working conditions and training of safety critical staff such as loco pilots, strengthening signaling systems to avoid instances of signal passing at danger, SPAD, using technology to monitor health of tracks, wheels, rolling stock components, relevant for wheel track interactions, etc. Further, initiatives that eliminate opportunities of relaying primarily on people need priority emphasis. The Ministry of Railways had already decided the priority for utilization of RRSK and the same had to be followed mandatorily for implementation of the railway safety works out of the RRSK. 4.3.3 Allocation or utilization of RRSK funds. The Standing Committee March 2017 on Railways had expressed their apprehensions about the financing of RRSK and had recommended dedicated financing for it. In its 19th report, the Standing Committee again recommended March 2018 the Ministry to ensure that the RRSK funds should be reappropriated and stress upon the Ministry to ensure prudent deployment of the funds strictly on the works it has been assigned. RRSK was created with a vision to have a single head in order to cater all safety related needs, and if the Ministry is not able to utilize the funds judiciously from RRSK, the sole purpose of having a dedicated fund becomes futile. The details of plan head-wise expenditure from RRSK on Indian Railway during the period from 2017-18 to 2021 is given in the table 4.3.2 below. Table 4.3.2 Details of expenditure from RRSK funds on Indian Railways 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20. Total expenditure is 16,744, 100%. Total expenditure for 18-19 is 18,980, 19-20, 15,801. Analysis of utilization of RRSK fund revealed the following. 1. In 2017-18, the expenditure on priority 1 works from RRSK was 13,652 crore, which declined to rupees 11,655 crore in 2019-20. It can be seen that the overall expenditure on priority 1 works from RRSK showed a declining trend from 81.55% in 2017-18 to 73.76% in 2019-20. 2. During the years from 2017-18 to 2019-20, it was seen that the RRSK funds deployed for priority 1 on all the zones was utilized above 60%, except in Western Railway only 44.36%. 3. The expenditure on non-priority area rose from 2.76%, that is 463 crore in 2017-18 to 6.35% to rupees 1,004 crore in the year 2019-20. In the year 2018-19, two zones, Central Railways and Western Railways, have utilized RRSK funds for non-priority works, which ranges between 12 to 13%. Similarly, in the year 2019-20, three zones, Central Zone, Central Railways, NFR and WR, have utilized the RRSK funds for non-priority works, for which expenditure ranged between 10 to 25%. From the above, it can be concluded that the increasing trend towards expenditure on non-priority works are against the guiding principles of RRSK fund deployment framework, which stipulates that the priority 1 work should be met with first charge on RRSK, with savings passed on to other unfunded works in priority 2 and priority 3. The issue was brought to the notice of Ministry of Railways, May 2022. Response to the Ministry was awaited till July 2022. 4.4 Expenditure on track renewals. The document Safety Performance 2015-16 of the Ministry of Railways states, track forms the backbone of railway transportation system and therefore needs to be maintained in a safe and fit condition. To this end, it is essential to carry out not only the track maintenance operations but also to renew the track as and when it becomes due for renewal. A white paper on Indian Railway 2015 inter alia states that Indian Railways network has 1,14,907 kilometers of total track length. Out of this, 4,500 kilometers of track should be renewed annually. However, due to financial constraints, the progress in track renewals is constantly coming down over the last 6 years. Arrears of track renewal are accumulating, which will result in disproportionately high maintenance effort. This will also result in reduced reliability of assets. The Standing Committee on Railways 2016-17 observed December 2016 that the target kept for track renewals are not commensurate with the actual requirement on the ground. The physical as well as the financial targets in respect of track renewals needs to be enhanced as per the annual requirement for track renewals for safety. The RRSK was being utilized to finance safety related works under plan heads. The complete track renewal work is a component of civil engineering works. The criteria for track renewal includes incidence of rail fractures, failures, wear on rails, maintainability of track to prescribed standards, expected service life in terms of gross million terms carried, and plan-based renewals. Audit analysis of expenditure on track renewal works revealed the following. 1. In 8 zones, the expenditure on track renewal work showed a decreasing trend from the year of introduction of RRSK as shown below. 2. In Western Railway during 2019-20, out of the total expenditure of Rs 689.9 crores, the expenditure on track renewal works was only Rs 20.74 crores, that is 3.01% only. 3. During 2017-18 to 2019, the percentage utilization of RRSK for track renewal works was more than 50% in 6 zones. 4. The targeted complete track renewal CTR works of selected divisions of zones were not achieved during 2017-18 to 2019-20. The shortfall was attributed to non-supply of materials for track renewal works. This clearly indicates improper planning in execution of priority work. Further analysis of allotment and surrender of funds revealed that 1. The allotment of funds final grant for track renewal works declined from Rs 9,607.65 crore in 2018-19 to Rs 7,417 crore in 2019-20. 2. In the year 2017-18, 7 zones surrendered funds to the tune of Rs 299 crores. Similarly, in the year 2018-19, 9 zones, fund amounting to Rs 162.85 crore was surrendered. In 2019-20, 5 zones surrendered fund amounting to Rs 11.68 crore. Above analysis shows there was decline in funds allotted for track renewals. The funds allotted to track renewal works was also not fully utilized. The decline in fund allocation and non-utilization of allocated funds would have adverse impact on timely completion of track renewal works. As brought out in para number 2.4 of the report, out of 1,129 derailments during 2017-18 to 2021, 289 derailments, around 26%, were linked to track renewals. The Railway Administration failed to act in accordance with the observation of the Standing Committee on Railways 2016-17, wherein it was observed that the physical as well as financial targets in respect of track renewals need to be enhanced as per the annual requirement for track renewals for safety. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.